Hi guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief, where I talk about my favorite thing, the entire world, cryptocurrency. That's right. We are here today. Oh, I didn't turn on my light. We're here today to learn or sharpen your skill set on how to yield farm like a pro, right, on Sway blockchain. So Sway is taking off. Be aware before we start anything with this video, Sway did hit all-time high yesterday, and a lot of the tokens in the Sway ecosystem also hit all-time highs, meaning that if you are new to the Sway ecosystem and you are, seeing a lot of content on it and you're tempted to get involved, be aware that you are buying a top, right? So with that in mind, we're going to be taking this yield farming video from that perspective. You might be watching this a few weeks later. I would, check. So this is October 13th. Go into CoinGecko or wherever you get your token prices, find out what the price of Sway is now compared to that time, okay? Then it will give you a bit of more knowledge on how you should play this. We're looking at a very high APR that I put on the thumbnail, not for you to click on it because of the high APR, or it was APY, sorry. APY and APR, right? So APY is when you add compound interest onto an APR. If you don't know, now you know, right? So of course the number is insane, thousands of APY, because it is automatically compounding your yield every opportunity at the most ideal time. We're going to be looking into that platform, which can offer you that. But at the same time, I'm going to be giving you a bunch of other information so that you can make up your mind on which pairs you want to take on Sway. For example, in the thumbnail, I did put Sway and USDC because that's a great pair to use, especially if you're first beginning in the ecosystem, or if you've been there for a while and you're trying to get these really high yields, you're not sure exactly how to play it. So I have multiple positions set up so I can show you and also show you some wallets and how to onboard onto Sway and all those things. So we'll just get straight into it from looking. We were doing a video yesterday and we were going through this. So we'll do it again just to explain again in case you missed yesterday's video. Check it. It came out yesterday on this very channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I love picking up new subscribers, comments, and get into our free Telegram chat, which is linked in the description, Crypto Mischief Chat, if you have any other questions about Sway. If you are also in our private DAO, then of course we've been talking a lot about Sway, and some of these platforms I did find from talking to other members in our DAO because we're very plugged in to everything in crypto because we are obsessed. It's a bit of a problem, but it's okay because we're making money. I'll pay for rehab, crypto rehab later from my gains from the bull run. So this is the Sway ecosystem on CoinGecko. Great place to come if you're finding out, about gains. And you will see Sway's down today because it did hit all-time high. That's what happens when we hit all-time high. There's usually a cool off after that and then another charge. See other ones such as Cetus and Navi, which are two platforms we're going to be looking into today, which are pumping a little bit. And then, of course, the largest gainers are the meme coins, which will offer you ridiculous APR or APY, but then they will dump to holy hell and you might lose your shirt, right? So be careful with that. Yesterday, we did make a video on Swayman, was it called? Yeah, Swayman, which if you had followed the call that I put first into our private DAO and then put it into the YouTube video as well, you would have been able to catch yourself a 100% pump there. And then a fall, because that's what happens when we hit all-time high. We fall. That's it, right? Always. It's like a clock, okay? So anyway, we're not talking about Swayman today, but I will show you my position and what happened overnight with that. All very good. And we also talked about Blob yesterday, which is down today as well. So Bitcoin has come down, of course. So therefore, everything else has collapsed with Bitcoin. And that's what happens in crypto. But we're not going to look at the overall market, okay? So anyway, we're going through top Sway ecosystem. We then come to Defi Lama. This is the first tool you should be looking at for when you're thinking, okay, where can I get yield, good yield, tasty yield on Sway? And you'll notice again, Sway's TVL, all-time high. Be aware of this, right? That's why there's so many videos on it right now. People don't talk about things when they are down. They talk about, no one talked about it in this dip here. We talk about it when it's pumping because then we can, well, it's more exciting. That's just the way of the world. We have the top 5 protocols on DeFi Llama for Sway at the moment. We have Navi protocol, which I believe is a single asset staking protocol offers collateralized lending borrowing. Oh, okay, so it's like Aave. Sorry, it's like Aave. We will not be using Navi today, but the token is pumping. I wasn't too attracted by the yield on Navi, so we're not going to be looking at it in too much detail today, right? But it does have half a $500 million in it, right? CETIS we talked about yesterday. We'll be talking about CETIS again today. And the other one we're going to be having a look at today is AlphaFi, right? So I'm going to be working with these two, CETIS and AlphaFi, because with these I can put in yield in pairs, get rewards, then pull out that yield as either USDC or SUI or whatever token you want, right? And then move that single asset staking to then earn extra APR or APY if you compound it on top. So you're kind of doubling up what you're doing. The reason I like farming with SUI and USDC is because, of course, if SUI goes up in price, then great, right? We're going to be earning more rewards from our pair. But if SUI goes down in price, which it probably will be doing because it's bull run and things will go up and down, we are protected from super getting, we're not pairing with a volatile asset, you're pairing with a stable coin. And that really gives you the sense of security that at least one of your assets is stable in theory, right? And USDC is a great stable coin. So that's why we're farming. And of course, the second reason is because the yields that USDC and SUI are offering right now are the best in all of DeFi, almost. We can come to base chain. For example, here's Aerodrome. You can see I've got some positions here with ETH and USDC. Again, the same reason why I use USDC for farming. And you can see the APRs here are pretty good as well. That's 225% APR on ETH and USDC. On base chain, we have 135 here and 112. Different concentrate liquidity pairings give different APR. The closer you're pairing, the higher the APR, but then the higher your risk that this is going to go out. So we are farming over there, and we have, this is vfat.io, which is another great one where I've started building a position of Pepe with ETH here as well. And this is paying out 371% APR. So it's not just SUI where you can get these ridiculous yields, but SUI is the topic of today's video. So we will continue talking about it. Other protocols of note, which I have been looking into, we do have Aftermath Finance, which does have tasty APRs on a lot of coins I've never heard of. So that's why we're not going to be talking about today, because I don't want to give you information which is not really fully researched, okay? We have Turbos, which I was using for a long time, but it's kind of fallen way down in TVL, only 26 million compared to the 250 million in CETIS, okay? And as you go down, you'll find even more DEXs, LSD, liquid staking, Blue Move Dex, right? That's another one I was looking at, but I didn't go far in the end. Coming down, you'll find even more, because this is the point of the SUI bull run where out of the woodwork, all of these platforms are just going to start coming out, and you're going to have to make up your mind which one is the best. I can't help you there. I'm not your mummy, but you need to watch videos, read, research, and find out what's best for you. So let's come into my strategy for getting that ridiculous percentage APR, right? What do I do? First stop is CETIS, right? CETIS is a great yield farming platform on SUI. You pair up your liquidity and choose your range. The tighter your range, the higher the APR. The wider the range, the lower the APR. The wider the range, the safer the yield. The tighter the range, the more risky the yield, right? So you need to get a balance there. Now, to give you an idea of something that you could do, I have a pool here of $5,760 of tokens, right? You can see my liquidity at the moment is, SUI is $800, USDC is $5,000, because the SUI token is performing better than my predicted strategy for the concentrate pool, right? So it's changing my SUI token into USDC, but it's still giving me the APR that I'm wanting, right? I have my position from yesterday with SUIman. This earned me, so it was about $700, I believe I put in yesterday as well. It's been going up and down quite crazy, right? And that actually broke again because it pumped 80% up. I didn't expect that, but I held tight and it's gone back in range, right? So that's good. I made $50 overnight, and now I've made another $20 since this morning in SUIman and SUI. And this is what we're going to be using for the profit taking and the knowing what to do with your yield once you get it. You don't just want to continue to compound this forever, because at some point you're going to wreck yourself, right? things don't just always go up. That's not life. Yeah, things crash and burn, and everyone gets hurt. There's tears. But if you're just sitting on the side with your profit, then you're fine, right? I also started a practice pool. As you can see, I've only got $4 in here with Blurb and Sway because I put a very high leverage on this, 7 times leverage. You can see I have 9 times leverage on my USDC and Sway. It's pretty tight. We have 6 times leverage on this Sway man and 7 times on this one, right? And I'm just seeing if the yield is as good and juicy as people are saying, because I don't think it is. So we're going to see how that one goes as well. So these are my 3 positions. And also in this video, we're going to be looking at AlphaFi. AlphaFi.xyz is a platform I was just looking into today. It was mentioned in the Crypto Mischief SEC DAO by one of our members a while ago, and I finally, looked back through the search on it and decided to check it out today, and it's good. So of note here is that they have, so I just put in a test balance, $46, and the APY I'm getting here is as advertised in the thumbnail, 1,365% APY. Ridiculous. How is it doing this? You come down here and you'll see the pool that I'm using, Sway USDC again, and it's compounding. So the way that this works is it's using Cetus, right? So I'm basically using Cetus for both because it's the platform that I like, right? And I like what I like. If you know any other platforms I should check out, please let me know. But and what you can do here is put in your 2 tokens, right? So 50-50 for this, and it's going to choose your range for you, right? So its current price that it's doing for range is 1.9 to 2.3. Now you can notice for my range, I'm doing 1.4 to 2.2. So actually their range is tighter than my range, meaning they're getting a higher APR. When my range goes out, if Sway keeps going up, for example, I'm going to have to break this because we're quite close to the price already. Sway at the moment is at $2.15. My range at the moment, which has been in range for a good while, is at $2.26. So this will break soon if the bull run continues for Sway ecosystem. I'm going to have to completely unpair all this and repair, right? And that's okay, but I will lose out to slippage. And if I miss it and the token pumps further than I expected, then I'll only have a bag of USDC and I will miss out on the percentage gains on the Sway token. So that's the danger. That's the risk we're talking about, okay? Whereas with AlphaFi, when this goes out of range, what's going to happen is it's going to repair it for me automatically in a range which gets me the best APR for whatever price it is at that time. If it breaks again, it will break it and repair it for me again, right? So your tokens are deposited into Cetus concentrated liquidity pool with an optimized range to maximize trade fees and rewards. Your position is automatically managed to stay within range. Rewards and trading fees, as you can see, they are here. If we come into this pool here, you will see I have rewards and trading fees. We have $6, right? We have 1.47 in Sway from fees, and we have $3 from that. We also have Cetus rewards. We also have bonus rewards from Sway as well, all combining into this to give me a $6.27 yield. Transactions on Sway are really cheap. So what's happening there is it's already claiming that out and compounding it for me, right? I'm not having to do this manually. So it's going to do that. So that's auto compounding and auto realigning if it goes out of range for me. I don't have to do anything. So you might be asking yourself, Richie, why are you even doing this manually in the first place? You're just wasting your time. Well, that's because I'm not familiar completely with Alpha, but I have been in some of these automatic repositioning concentrated liquidity pools. What a mouthful, I know, all these words. It's a word salad. I've been in these before and compared them to manual yield farming because I'm quite experienced with this, so I know what I'm doing, right? And I do find quite often that manual yield farming will give you better gains in the long run if you do it with skill, because this will be repairing and unpairing and repairing and unpairing as much as it needs to because it's set on an algorithm. The algorithm doesn't care about speculating on the price going up or down. It only does it when it's going out of range. This can completely destroy your balance because every time it's doing that, it's having to pay the slippage fee for unpairing and repairing, which can be 0.5. I believe this one is, we'll find it somewhere, probably the same pool I'm in, which is 0.25. Okay, so every time I'm unpairing, repairing, I'm losing 0.25% of my value, right? And if this happens in a day, maybe once or twice, it's not such a big problem. What happens 4 times every day for a week? You're going to be slowly cutting into the actual value of your pair. So I like to do both, right? I paired up this one so I can watch it and see if it's going to continue to hold my balance, not only of dollar value, but my balance of coins that I've put into this, right, of the SUI coins and USDC, so that, of course, I want to make sure I hold on to them. If it continues to perform quite well, I will start adding more into this balance, right? And at the same time, I want control of my funds. This will continue to alt compound and run this until the cows come home, but it'll always just be in my pair, right? Which is fine, but we yield farm with concentrated liquidity because also we want passive income, right? And that's really important. So to get passive income, what I do is, we'll do some right now, right? So we have $6 here at claim. Let's do some claiming, okay? Oh, I was rejected. If you're rejected on Cetus, I recommend coming down onto this little corner thing, right? And you want to click on the fastest RPC for the time. I'll know, you know, Sway ecosystem runs on Move chain, Move code language, and it is an expansion of Solana. Solana, of course, has a lot of problems with RPCs and downage and, you know, times when it's not performing very well. And as Sway is getting more popular, I've noticed that it's getting laggier, right? So we could see the same issues start to begin to appear on Sway ecosystem as well. They do have this handy dandy RPC changing thing, but it's been up and down all day, so it's not going the best for me. We want to try get the smallest time, so we should be good there, but it's not working. So we just kind of flick through different ones until you find the RPC that's going to allow Richie streaming right now. And I don't want to edit this video. I want this to be a stream of consciousness for you. I'm going through. Okay, we got it here. Okay, so we got $7 here. We claim, right? Now I'm connecting to this on MetaMask Snap, as you can see, which is not actually what I would advise anyone to do who's going to be getting into Sway. Yesterday I explained this too. I'm an old-fashioned guy and I just did it out of, it's just rejecting every time. Come on, guys, sort it out. But there are wallets that I would recommend you use instead. So we're going to also look into that if this doesn't work. We're just going to have to practically look at it instead. And it worked. Okay, so that worked. My $7 will be now in my pocket. We can come back and sweep into Superman as well. Oh man, it's really annoying actually. Okay, connect again. Right. Right, we'll sweep into Superman. We have $22 here, so I'll show you. I usually do this at the end of the day, but this is about, you know, I think it's about 12 hours. Not even that, actually. It's about 8 hours since I was last claiming some yield. And we'll claim this $22 as well, okay? So we've earned all these tokens now. And what would I do with my yield? The easiest thing you could do is manually compound it back into your pair if you're looking to grow your liquidity pair to a higher amount. Reject it again. Come on. This is amazing, entertaining stuff here. And while I'm trying to do this, I thought I would just take this moment to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. The sponsor of today's video is Arbitrum Land. That's right, not Sway, not Base Chain. Arbitrum Land. Arbitrum Land is a dApp which our own SEC DAO has released. It's been out now for about 3 weeks. It works on Arbitrum Chain, where you can put your ETH into Arbitrum Land and get yourself up to 1.3% daily APR. That's right. Arbitrum Land is an Ethereum printer backed up by external pools which run on concentrate liquidity. And I do have some Sway pools on the back end which will be injecting also into Arbitrum Land. If we come over to arbitrumland.com, you will see it right here. You need to connect your wallet on Arbitrum Chain and have ETH for that, where you can come to Castle Arb and yield farm, well, in the ROI sense, for ETH. As you can see in here, I have $89 of rewards for daddy right now to go to claim or compound. It is very thick with game theory in Arbitrum Land, where we have innovative features for compounding. We have ways to boost your yield to get higher yield than other people. And of course, we have a whale tax so that we can try and maintain this for as long as possible, right? We also do have extensive external pools, which are trackable on the website. We've not started injecting yet. I'll be building these to $15,000 first before injections start. We are a total of $9,000 roughly at the moment. Now, pulls in ETH Pepe, ETH GMX, ETH USD Plus, ETH Etherfi, ETH Arbitrum, and on Paca Finance. And we will be adding our sway pools to this chart for you to watch them as they grow and see the claimable yield we're getting out of here as well. This is a great way also for you to learn about concentrated liquidity, because if you just get into the free Telegram chat, I can share with you where I'm doing, for example, my Arbitrum farming, and you can come and watch the pairs I have. You can see my ranges, which I've set. You can see they're all in range. Lovely stuff. And you can also ask any questions about this. It's completely transparent what's going on here. And that is Arbitrum Land. The reason it's sponsored for this video is also that we have just installed a bridge into Arbitrum Land, where you can, of course, onboard yourself onto Arbitrum from BNB chain or from Ethereum chain or Base chain or Polygon or anything. But you can also get yourself onto the Sway blockchain, which is what we're going to be talking about right now as well. So my transaction has been rejected 20 times now for they just don't want to give me my money. This is going to be the last time I'm going to try it. And then we're going to move into, no, it's not working, right? So the last thing you can try then is, like, look at these, they're all red. It's red everywhere. Let's try Sway Official again. Last time. I wouldn't blame you if you just turned off this video right. Do not turn off the video right now. Thank you. Right. So, of course, this could be because I'm using MetaMask Swap. And when you go to Connect Wallets, you will see that Sway Wallet is the recommended wallet for almost every single site on Sway. And Sway Wallet is here. You can get it for Google Chrome, and you can add it to Brave or Chrome and then get a seed phrase and have that wallet. It's probably I'm going to have to do this, but because I've already set up a MetaMask, I'd have to take things out and then put them in, and I'm just not comfortable with that at the moment. But that is where I would recommend anyone new to Sway would start, okay? And if you want to onboard onto, did we get it? No, maybe not. If you want to onboard your coins, right, onto Sway, if you want to buy some Sway and move it into your Sway wallet, it's pretty simple. We're going to do it with Cetus. I'm going to explain how. So you would have a wallet address here, for example, and you could copy that, right? Copy that wallet. And then you just have to come to, for example, a bridge that works, Arbitrum Land, right? And we would say we want to move some funds into Sway. So you type Sway here into the bridge, and you say what you want to do. So say you want to spend 0.1, or you want to spend 1 BNB or USDC or whatever. Just choose your coin from here where you want to send from. And then you just go to exchange, right? When you go to exchange, it's going to send you your exchange rate and your recipient wallet. Now, I actually want to send to this wallet, right? Because I don't need any more liquidity in my Cetus account, right? I want liquidity in my Alpha account. And to complicate things further, Alpha needed me to use their wallet, right? Of course they did, right? Their wallet, let's disconnect, and I'll show you what their wallet was. Their wallet is called Stashed, right? Stashed links to your email, right? In particular, it links to your Gmail. So I went to Stashed here. I approved it, and then it's set up with my Gmail. I just put in my Gmail account and my password, and it set me up with a wallet here for Stashed using my email. And now I have another wallet for Sway. So we're going to be copying this one because this is where I want to be sending my funds, right? Is that copying? Better be copying. Copy. Right, so then we take that wallet, we come to Arbitrum Land. I paste that one in. Hopefully it's the right one. 8D9 was the end of it. Yes, okay, it's copied. So we say we want to send, let's send 0.3, right? Let's start getting some liquidity over to Sway. I'm buying slowly because I'm of course spending BNB in this, and I don't want to buy one token with another one when it's pumping too much. And also I have a bigger grand idea. I'm doing this as an example for you, right? We exchange that. We send 0.3. It's going to give you this address here, and it's going to ask you to send BNB to this address. So you copy the address. You then go to your MetaMask, right, on the chain that you want to send it from. So we were going to do BNB. So we go Binance Smart Chain, right? And then we send. You choose the wallet address, make sure it's the one that they gave you, right? Then you put exactly the amount that it asked you to send, okay? I send 0.3 over, right? I then send that. I don't need to confirm anything else on the bridge because that's just going to receive the funds, and then we'll arrive 2 or 3 minutes and we will be ready to farm once again. I'll change that back there to Arbitrum Land, and that's going to confirm exchange and then send to me, right? While we're doing all that, then we can come to alpha, right? So I'm, of course, in this alpha pool that I mentioned with the US, DC, and SUI, okay? But I'm not going to be working too much in this pool with alpha, right? What I want to be doing is taking advantage of their single token strategies, okay? There are many ways to make single token yield on SUI, right? Let's have a look at some of them before we get into it, right? So we talked about Navi, right? Here's Navi protocol. Come to Defi Lama, then click website. It will bring you right onto it, right? You can come here to launch app, okay? Another reason why you should download SUI wallet is because it doesn't actually allow the MetaMask Snap on Navi. I'm using my AlphaFi, whatever that wallet was called, the one linked to my Gmail, right? You can see here, they also have single token supplying APR and borrow APR, 4% and 3.5% APY, right? That's an APY of 4%. It's so small compared to the thousands of APY we're talking about earlier. Now we're only getting 4, right? So I look at this, I thought, well, that's not for me. I don't want that, because you come to AlphaFi, they're using Navi and they're getting you an APY, which is higher, right? So I can take SUI and I can put it into Navi. It's going to get the Navi protocol APR, the alpha mining APR, for a total APR. So it's taking double APR and putting them together. So you're using both protocols at the same time. So of course it's more beneficial to do this. And we have a USDC pool for 23% APR or a SUI pool for 6%. So you kind of then need to think, okay, or we have a boosted pool for 21%, which is also great. You're getting alpha mining of over 10,000%, which will go down over time, right? But take advantage of the offer while it's hot, right? You need to decide then, which of these do you think is going to do very well for you? Which one do you want to stack? Do you want to stack stables? Do you use them on dips? Do you want to stack SUI? Do you want to stack ETH? Okay, just choose which one. You then would take your gains from Cetus, right? So I don't know if that went through or not. Let's find out. Did we get anything out of this at all? Or are we just clogged up? We're all clogged up on SUI today. But in theory, I would have gotten rewards there, right? I will then turn those rewards into the token that I want to stack, okay? So we did not get any of the rewards out of there. God damn it. Oh wait, we got the SUI man. Okay, how much SUI man do we have? We have $11. Okay, so example, right? We have $11 of SUI man. I decide, right? I want to stack SUI as a single asset. I don't want to have it all in a concentrated liquidity pool. I want to de-risk my positions, and I want to have this so I can just get the upside of it going up. Or I decide, no, I want to pull out everything into USDC, and then I'm going to use it to buy dips in the SUI price, and I just want to earn a humble 23% APR on it while I'm doing that, which is actually what I'm going to be doing, right? This is where I'm pulling my profit, and I'll hold the profit and do things with it, knowing that it's always tied to a dollar, and that's awesome, right? Or if you're bullish on ETH, you could do ETH, right? I'm going to do USDC. So therefore, I come back to Cetus, I turn those SUI man rewards I got from liquidity, and I turn them into USDC, right? Boom. I go max, I turn those $11 into USDC coin, and then what do? That's right, you send those tokens to your account, which you're using for the alpha, right? Where we have the single asset staking, and stack them there, right? We did it. It worked. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, right? So we have $11. We then send those $11 over to your wallet address for AlphaFi, right? So we copy that, copy, and send it over. Now, I don't know how to send from MetaMask Snap. That's another issue, which I have found. So can we actually do that? Who knows? I'm going to find that out off video, because if not, we're going to have a bit of a tricky situation here. Must be a bridge. Bridge? Stats? Oh. SUI Vision? No. Can we send from SUI Vision? Send to another wallet? Because I know if I go to the Snap, it's going to go to my MetaMask, but it's not going to go to the SUI balance. It's going to look somewhere else, I think. So I'm going to have to figure that one out in my own time. I'll probably make a video on it once I figure it all out, because no, it's on Polygon. Oh, that's annoying. Well, anyway, so that's in theory what I'm going to do. But I think I should open up a SUI wallet to make this whole process a lot smoother, okay? I bring the USDC in here and I start stacking the USDC, earning myself the 23% APR as I wait for dips in the prices of assets that I want, or I just pull the profit out, keep it there nice and safe, and use it for a rainy day. Okay, so that is how a pro would yield farm, okay? I do probably now also have those funds from the bridge. Oh, there. You see, now they're sending them to me. They will arrive imminently into my wallet on AlphaFi, and I'll be able to put them into the concentrated pool where I was hoping to get them in, right? So I will take that and here, and not arrived yet, so they will arrive. And then I will also combine them into the pool. You'll have to make sure that you swap half of your SUI into USDC, combine them together, put them into the strategy that you choose. Okay, I hope you found today's video helpful for how to yield farm like a pro. Let's recap just before we head off for this video. And if you're still watching 31 minutes in, give yourself a pat on the back, write in the comments that you did it. Hope it was worth your while, right? Recap. We take the pair of SUI and USDC because it is the best pair of tokens that you can get right now on SUI, right? Don't play around with the meme coins if you're not experienced in concentrate liquidity farming with meme coins. Try what I tried, right? Come in and take $4 or $5 or $10 of a meme coin that you think is going to be hot and pair with that one and see how it does. See if your yield meets your expectations. Because then you can do it for a week, right? And there's always another bust. There's always another meme coin. Try that one instead. So start with SUI and USDC, yield farm it, take the yield out, right? And then send it into Alpha to then single asset stake in Alpha to then build up your single asset on the side. When the token price dumps, everything dumps. Remember that. Everything dumps sometimes. When it dumps, don't be worried because you have this side asset in single asset staking. Take it out, move it back, put it into CETAs, build up your position again, okay? Or spend it on things. Buy yourself something nice. Buy your cat, you know, that little mouse furry thing that's always wanted. Things like that, right? That's how you yield farm like a pro. Don't just suicide compound positions because at some point, I've been there before. I was doing that on Phantom in the last bull run. I was suicide compounding everything. Numbers were getting insane. I was magically dashboard rich, but I missed the most crucial time to take profit. And everyone will miss that time. So just do it continuously on the up. And you can't lose, right? This is years of experience that I'm giving to you right now. Take it or leave it, right? Peace. And as always, don't get wrecked.